Hey guys, welcome back to Making It. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make leg of lamb. Classics like rosemary, 700 cloves of garlic. Super easy stuff. It's one of my favorite cuts of meat, you know, especially the leg of lamb. Bone-on meat, you just get a little more flavor, I feel, and it's just nice. It's a lot of ways to cook a lamb, and they're all pretty good. We're going to do it one way today, all right? And we'll see how it goes. So first off, little ingredient shrine. Anything new? Oh, Bobby, we got a good one today. Check this out, bud. Regal Crown, sour cherry hard candies. All right, there's a place over here in Rhode Island I get them from. She's wonderful, right in Westerly. It's like a little gift shop. This was the most popular candy in the 60s, I think, or 67. She's got it down by like the year. The sour cherry Crown Regals since 1953. They might be one of the best candies I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna buy a case of them. Oh, individually wrapped, Bill. Watch this. You put that in your pocket.
Hey, thanks, dude.
Divine. So shout out to Regal Crown. If you're looking to sponsor a YouTube show, you can just pay me in like a pallet. We got a nice little springtime leg of lamb. You want to get yourself a 9.5 pound bone-in lamb or hammer. We're also working with I'd say about 20 cloves of garlic. Is that a lot? Well, it depends who you hang out with. Black peppercorn, pink peppercorn. We got a little bit of coriander. I don't know how much I'm gonna use yet. We have a little dried cumin. I'm just gonna do a little pinch. Smoked paprika. I might throw a little pinchy poo in there. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? You, Bill? I don't think so, pal. I'll throw paprika in your eyeball. We got some really nice extra virgin olive oil. Rosemary. You're gonna wanna go ahead and get a whole duffel bag full. No, I'm just kidding. I got about 6 sprigs here. Yuzu powder, a little Japanese citrus. A little bit of that in the mixture, and I think we'll be in good shape, man. It's gonna give it a little bright, little freshness, little yum. Wow. A little bit of dried oregano and dried sage from the Gagnon. Put that all together and we're gonna be rocking and rolling. Lord of Death, he's a big lamb fan, turns out. Big lamb fan. So let's get cooking. I went ahead and preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to get this lamb in the oven. It's going to take some time. And also what you want to do, I highly recommend, pull your lamb out of the fridge. I salted mine last night. Actually, it was like 2 days ago. But this is a big piece of meat. That's fine. I just rubbed it nice with some salt anywhere I could. It's going to draw out a little bit of moisture, water from the surface there. But also the salt's going to penetrate. And I find with any big cut of meat, salting it ahead of time just makes a far better end product. So lamb's been at room temp for about 2 hours now. It's still pretty cold coming out of the fridge. That's gonna help speed up our cook time, especially when we got that big bone running down the center. Once that starts to heat up, it will radiate through the meat a little bit and help move it along. All right, first things first, we got our leg of lamb. Trim up any nasty spots. If there's some tendons hanging, I kind of cut those off. Rub a little bit of oil on it, okay? A little bit of olive oil. And then we're gonna take some garlic and we're gonna cut some little slits. I even have a few on here already. We're gonna do a couple more slits in here and we're gonna shove little, half pieces, half a cloves of garlic in there, a little bit of rosemary in there. Why not? Maybe even a little bit of salt down in there, some olive oil all over the thing. I'm just making cuts, and it's a big piece of meat. And if there's one thing that a leg of lamb loves, it's garlic. It's definitely garlic. And as this cooks, again, all that garlic just kind of roasts in there, gets soft. Every bite just infused with rosemary, salt, garlic. It's really all you need. All this other jazz we're gonna put on the top, it's real nice. If you just got rosemary, salt, and garlic, you're doing all right. Before you know it, I put 75,000 pieces of cloves of garlic in here, Makes me feel good. Then we're gonna pop it in the oven, 425, get that cooking going, get some of that fat to render, and get the whole party moving. While that's happening, we're gonna use our mortar and pestle. We're gonna make like a nice olive oil kind of rub, olive oil spicy, kind of thick, a lot of garlic, rosemary, all the peppercorns. We're gonna grind everything up in the mortar and pestle. Beautiful. I mean, the transformation, Bobby, you're gonna wanna get in here and take a look at this. I mean, that's all of our, ooh, got a little spice to it, baby. Nice little pepperiness. And I mean, this mixture right here would be good on a chicken, a steak, pork, it'd be good on anything. So everything's ground up together, crushed, released all their oils and essence and flavor. Nice little marriage of flavors here. So what we're gonna do is add it to some olive oil, about a half a cup. Also, a little wild card we didn't talk about, because I forgot, was a little maple syrup. One of the finest things in the world is proper maple syrup. Spring, New England, cold during the night, below freezing, hot during the day, saps a flowing. We're gonna add a tablespoon. We're just gonna take this nice little paste, pop it right into our oil with the maple syrup. And this is what we're gonna use to brush, essentially rub, but brush all over our leg of lamb. Once the lamb leg has been roasting in the oven at 425 for about 20 minutes, we'll keep an eye on that, see what it looks like. We're gonna take it out and we're gonna brush it with our mixture that we made, with our little brushy brush here. We're gonna need the spoon, Bob. Let it seep into all the cuts where the garlic already is, maybe even help it a little bit and just rub it all over. I say this a lot, but I wish you could smell this because it's out of control. See that fat starting to get golden? Oh, like salivating like a dog. Good thing old Reese boy ain't out here. He'd be licking my boots right now. Kick it down to 350 and I'm gonna go ahead and stick my probe thermometers in and we're gonna monitor that. We're gonna be looking for 140. So let's throw that in. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. We'll probably pull it out in another 30 minutes, put another coat on it. That's touching bone and it's 106. Because this is moving along pretty quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest. And I'm just gonna take that paste and just kind of rub it because it's so fatty as it renders, it's hard to brush it on. Get a nice rosemary kind of crust going here. Just kind of try to pack it on to certain spots. The flavor's got nowhere to hide, bud. Bottom looking good. We're gonna finish it by just taking a few more sprigs of rosemary, laying them down, and then laying the lamb right on top there. Let it finish with a little fresh little rosemary aromatic underneath. Just makes me happy, makes me feel good. Pop it back in, but we're gonna be looking for an internal temperature. 145, 140, we'll see. It's gonna carry 140. We're gonna pull it out. Oh, would you look at it, Bill? Are you kidding me right now? Just let it cool down, reconstitute, get happy for about 20, 30 minutes, about 7 hours. So this was our coldest spot that we can find. That's at 130. Oh, she's climbing, 139. We're not even gonna need to cover this thing, right? Because we're not gonna be eating this 2 hours later. It's plenty hot. That bone, now that it's hot here and everywhere, it's just radiating heat down there, holds heat. Look how, remember when we started, the shank was all the way up to here. As it cooked and shrunk, it sucked down on the bone. And our lamb shank, this is my favorite part. Oh, look at that. Let it hang out. We got our nice garlicky rosemary kind of crust on there. Put it on a little resting rack out of the fat. Let a little bit of that air kind of get underneath it as well. Crucial. A lot of liquids come out of it a little bit. Resting, reconstitution. Also, you don't want it to be ripping hot when you're carving it, burning your hands. So we're gonna go ahead and carve it up now. Flip it over. We have shoulder muscle and then the big leg muscles. I'm gonna try to cut one of those big lobes off. Beautiful, man. And that's the thickest part of the meat. If you want it more pink, prime roast pink, pull that thing 125, 130, let it rest for 40 minutes, okay? This is to me, this is the kind of pink I like on my lamb. And this, we hit what, 147? And look, we got that little garlic rosemary in there. Let's go find some more. Cut this back chunk off. That's the piece right there, buddy. Oh yeah. Look at our garlic cloves and our rosemary. Are you kidding me, Bill? A little side leg meat. Salted a day ahead, tender. Oh God, that's perfect. I like it better than beef. I really do. Big little lobes of meat, little muscle groups, okay? And then you can just do a nice little slice. And I got our garlic infused in there that we stuffed down. I mean, look at that. We took the drippings that we had when we were resting and all that fond that we built up. We added a little chopped up onion, sweat that out, hit it with a little Madeira, and then we scraped everything, all the bottom, all the fond, all the good stuff in the bottom of the pan. And we got this nice little garlicky, all the spices from our rub, a lot of lamb fat. And I like to just kind of give it a little. Listen, it's not gonna piss anybody off. You know, what are we doing? Fat's not the problem. Enough yapping. This is the perfect bite right here. Look, it's got our spices on it. Yep. Oh my God. Little pinch of salt. I mean, that's delicious. All those aromatics are just infused throughout the entire leg of lamb. Every bite you get rosemary, you get garlic, and everything else is just a nice subtlety balance. This is by far one of my favorite ways to cook a leg of lamb. Roasted, rubbed in salts, on a bed of aromatics, stuffed with garlic, stuffed with rosemary, basted in its own fat, olive oil, spices, maple syrup, everything that screams spring. You know, if Easter's your thing, this is definitely a recipe you're gonna wanna try. This is our little Easter lamb, little spring anytime lamb. So thanks for hanging, and we'll see you soon. And don't forget to call your mom unless she sucks. Maybe call her anyway, you know? Be the bigger person. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Be the bigger person. Reese boy, Bonnie. Oh, lamb time.